first audit committee meeting of the season. As is customary in this first meeting, we will start off in public to do the business of the public that we can do, and then after that we'll motion to go into executive session to discuss the details of the internal and external audits, and which again, there will be a presentation at the public meeting, but this is for us to fine tune some of the information and make sure we're all on board. All right, so the first item on our agenda, the first item on our agenda is not even on here. I know that I'm sitting in this position and we only have 2 board members here, Ms. Alvarez and myself, but it is customary that we elect and nominate a facilitator for the meeting. So at this point, Ms. Alvarez, do you have anything you want to say? You would like to self-nominate?
I would like to nominate myself for audit.
Oh, you would?
I'm joking. I would like to nominate Julie Epstein for chair, please.
All right. And does anyone have a problem with that?
No.
All right, so we'll take the nomination. Can we have a second for the nomination? We'll do Nikos, he had his hand up first. And then we'll just take a quick vote for the nomination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it looks like. Thank you very much for your vote of confidence. Yes, thank you.
So is our committee, 9. Okay.
We are 9, yes, with the 2 others, yes. So at this time, we were supposed to do the oath of office for our new members. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts, they were unable to attend, so we'll put the oath off for the next meeting. And so we get to move right along then to the next portion of our public business, which, as we do annually, is to review the committee charter. As you may remember, the charter really hasn't changed in a couple of years. It's fairly boilerplate and lays out our roles and responsibilities as well as the complexion of our membership. Does anyone have any comments, questions, or revisions that you'd like to apply to it? No? No? All right, anyone else? With that then, is it the recommendation of this committee that we can put this forth to the board tomorrow, and we will post it on our website as well so that it is public? Yes?
I'm so sorry.
Yes, no,
Because I only just realized today.
Yes.
And I'm trying to review it now, but
You want to make 3 board members a
correct.
requirement?
I would like to recommend that it be a 3-board required committee.
So
If you
we
notice,
can
there's 2.
this year.
And last year there was 3, and I think all of our committees all board committees have 3 members. So for sake of consistency and just for the nature of ongoing, board members change. And I just think it's more appropriate that this have 3 as well.
Okay, so then the suggestion I'm hearing before us is under the section entitled Composition and Requisite Skill. If you go down to the second sentence, it starts with the composition will consist of 5 or 6 community members and 2 or 3 board members. So we would have to change the 5 or 6 to just 5, we can keep it at 3 board members. We can take out the 2, is what I'm hearing.
What page are you
I'm
on?
on the first page.
5 lines down.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5th line here.
Oh, because it's not numerated. All the other ones were numerated. Okay.
Yes. So then it says the
2 or
compensation.
3 board members.
Right, so we can take out 2 or 3. If you want to require that it's 3. I think the reason we kept it 2 or, this is a recommendation,
Yeah.
so yes. The reason we kept it 2 or 3 is just, I guess, if people didn't want to participate. And in addition to that, we have been very fortunate in that we've had such great community participation as well, and have valued that community participation. So we wanted to leave ourselves some flexibility. So I don't know.
If it changes, so as is right now, we could not add another board member regardless for this year because we're at the number.
Right, we're at 9.
Yeah. We
So
can
we can-
review this at the end of the year.
We always review it at the beginning of the
Yeah,
year.
because when is applications?
Applications are, so here's the thing, how about we do this? I have a suggestion. Applications usually come out in April, May. So why don't we, because this issue was
Yeah.
brought up, why don't we, if everyone's okay, we'll keep the charter as it is for this year. Before we send the applications out, we'll re-review and have that discussion. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Martin.
Yeah, he sent an email. I was gonna
Oh, okay,
say.
wonderful. Welcome, welcome. Please join us at the table. We're excited to have you. This is our newest committee member? Okay, wonderful, great. So just to catch everyone up, Mr. Martin, welcome. Take a deep breath. We're all good. We're excited to have you. I'm Julie Epstein. We've emailed and corresponded that way. We'll introduce ourselves again in just a second. But right now we're in the public portion of our business, which means we're on a live stream feed. And what we've done is we're discussing a charter. I don't know if we can hand down information to him. I don't know if you were able to take a look at it, but the point of contact is that this charter hasn't changed in a couple of years. And what it sounds like the conversation that we're having is right now is a board member actually brought up that they'd like to make a requirement or request, right? That we have 3 board members always on this committee. We only have 2 currently.
Okay.
But in light of the fact that we are at our limit of composition of 9 with community members and board members, the suggestion for the table now is we keep the charter as is, put it up for adoption tomorrow by the Board of Education. And in addition to that, then before we send out applications at the end of the year, like we normally do for new members, like you participated in, everyone else here has participated in, we review the charter to make sure the composition is in alignment with how we want to proceed. Does everyone feel that's reasonable?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Just in preparation for our discussion in the spring, it just, off the top of my head, it seems like the number of board members on this committee should, as you said, mirror the number of board members on other board committees. But I don't know whether that number 3 is required or custom. So I would think, just in preparation for our meeting, I could just throw this out to the members that I feel like we really should follow whatever the rules are, or lack of rules are, for the other board committees, and then build the citizen part around that.
I think that's an excellent point as well. And I think that's also kind of what Ms. Alvarez is saying, because our rules for other committees, but only because they're standing committees of the board, are that you have 3 members. But those committees don't require any community members, which is why it makes it challenging. And you need at least 3 members to have a quorum. You know, you want an odd number. So that if there is a disagreement, you have an ability to, you know, break the tie, so to speak. If you have 4 members, now you have a quorum of the board. And so a quorum of the board means that they can take action. This committee is different in that it is established by the Comptroller's Office in New York State and is the only required committee of the Board of Education. And in this, the Board of Education has, let's just say, 2 composition choices. They could just be the Board of Education is the audit committee, or the composition can be what we've created here, giving the board flexibility, right? So that's where there's a little bit of a nuance in the difference from how we establish our committees. But I think this also warrants a conversation with the board, bringing up your points as well. So we'll have that discussion in preparation so that when we come back in April, we can see if we need to make any adjustments. Okay. If everyone's in agreement, is everyone in agreement with that recommendation?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, wonderful. And that also reminds me, I just want to remind everyone as we work here, we again are an advisory committee to the Board of Education. We have no power, but we make recommendations to the board, they go to the board, and the board then approves that. So that's the direction that we move. And now we're going to go back on our agenda because Mr. Martin is here and we have to do an official oath. So would you like to stand or are you okay sitting?
I'll stand.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so you have to raise your right hand and I'm going to have you repeat after me if that's all right. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of the Audit Committee,
of the Office of the Audit Committee,
Port Washington Union Free School District,
Washington Union Free School District,
Town of North Hempstead,
Town of North Hempstead,
Nassau County, Port Washington, New York,
Nassau County, Port Washington, New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Wonderful. Congratulations, you're official. We're going to have you sign this and then it's notarized. This is the only committee where we take an oath of our community members. because we are able to go into executive session, because it's a requirement of the structure of this committee, and because we are also really bound by confidentiality, right? And we want to remind everyone that. Thank you so much, we appreciate it. All right, with that now, we're gonna take a motion to move into executive session, unless anyone has any other business at this point. All right, so a motion to move into executive session to review the 24-25 audit results of our external auditors and also our internal auditors. Do I have a second? Alvarez, and all in favor? We're gonna vote, so now we have 8-0 at this point. All right, wonderful. Thank you guys, and we'll move into executive